Hey, so in my Instagram account called Walid.Azami, it is so important as a photographer that you say no to jobs. Jobs that are wrong, they derail your career. Jobs that are wrong can put out negative word of mouth about you, about your future. Jobs that are not right for you can really soil the happiness that you have as an artist. So it's important to say no to jobs, just like it's important to say yes to jobs. And you are often defined by which jobs you say no to. Everything that I tell you today, assuming that they are good, they're respectful people, that it didn't fit for you, whether it wasn't in the right direction, the right budget, the right creative, the right people, it doesn't matter. What I want you guys to do is learn how to say no and still win. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give you 3 ways to say no, and I'm going to tell you 3 ways that you won. The first one is just not the right fit. Maybe it's not the right budget, maybe it's not the right direction or the right team, or it just doesn't feel right. So you don't want to do this. How should you say no and win? What I want you to do is start out with gratitude and appreciation. Thank you for thinking of me. This sounds like a very interesting project, but it's not the right fit for the direction of my business. I hope you find the perfect match. Now, how you win here is that you told them in a polite and grateful way that you understand the path and the direction that you want to take your career and your business, and this doesn't fit that perfectly. So you're not afraid to say no. You're not afraid to back away from a potential job. You're not afraid to turn money away, because you understand the direction that you want to take your job. What you have also done is told this client that for this round, this is a no, but they also understand that you understand direction. So the next time they have an opportunity to come to you and it requires stronger direction, it requires a higher tier photographer, they're going to think about you versus a photographer that just grabbed it because it was any job. All right, the second one, it's just not the right budget, and that's okay, but it's just not the right budget. Now, what I want you to do is say this to them. Thank you for reaching out, but I have a minimum budget. Unfortunately, this job does not match that, but if you wish, I could refer you. Let me tell you how you're going to win. You're going to win 2 different ways. You're grateful. You responded back. You told them, hey, I have a minimum budget, so don't come to me with the cheap jobs. But when you do have a budget, because I'm worth that budget, I will have that conversation with you. And they're going to remember that. They're going to make a mental note that you are the higher tier photographer. But not only that, you were grateful and you understood that they still needed help. So what you did was offer to find them a solution. You're not a photographer that abandoned them. You're a photographer that said, I'm not the right fit, but I'm going to help somebody be the right fit for you. This is another win that you're going to have in the community as a photographer. So there's always going to be a photographer that's going to be higher than you. There's always going to be a photographer that's going to be at a lower level than you. Those lower level photographers or even higher level photographers, they all refer to each other. The good ones do. And they all appreciate referrals to and from each other. The good ones do. So imagine if you are a newer photographer and somebody calls you and says, hey, I have a client that's not the right fit for me. It's not the budget that I like to work, but I do like your work. I've seen you on Instagram. Do you mind if I share your contact information with this client? And I hope you book it. You don't owe me anything. Guess what's going to happen? Number one, they're going to love you. They're going to worship the ground you walk on. They're going to worship the air you breathe, and they're going to want to be more like you. They're going to want to help more photographers behind them. They're going to push the elevator down to bring more people up the way you just did that for them. They're also going to potentially help you out in the future, whether you need an assistant or you need a second photographer or you just need a favor or you got to borrow a lens or a battery or something. They're going to hook you up because you hook them up. The majority of people are good people, despite what we might think, despite the fact that it's 2020. And if you watch us in 2021, 2020 was rough. If we're all still around in 2021. But the majority of people are good. If we help people, people will feel more open to you. People will want to help you back. That's just human nature, and I believe that most people are good. What you also did for yourself was put out some good energy. Now, whether you believe in good energy, good karma, that's up to you. But if you believe in it, it exists. If you don't, it didn't take anything away from you. There's just good energy out there. And another note just to add to that is when your name comes up in a conversation, let's say that photographer that you referred, they can't refer another job to you. They can't loan you a camera. They might be busy and they can't come in and be an assistant. At the very least, they're going to think highly of you. At the very least, there's somebody out there making sure that they speak good on your behalf. There's so many times that I've defended people that have not been in the same room as me, and I haven't even met them. You want that. You want to make sure that people are always defending your honor and your character when you're not in the room. So at the very least, that's what's going to happen. You're helping your community, and you're helping your clients, and you're helping your business and your branding. All right, the third one is the client may not be the right energy. Now, sometimes people are difficult for various reasons. Sometimes people are difficult, even though I just finished saying that most people are good. There's enough of a vocal minority that sometimes they take advantage of people. Now, why they do this, that's up to them and their karma or God or whatever they believe in. That's up to them. That has nothing to do with you. Your job is to protect yourself from their bad energy and their just bad ways. So, if you feel anything in your chest tighten up, if you see some smoke, where there is smoke, there is fire. If you feel there is something there that doesn't feel right, say no to this job. Saying no to somebody that doesn't have your best interests at heart, saying no to somebody that may not have the best energy, is one of the best things that you can do for your career. Walk away from people that are not going to be for your highest good. So one of the things that I will say to somebody that I'm like, no, thank you. In fact, I said it just last week to somebody that wanted to do a magazine shoot with me. I said this: hey, thank you so much for reaching out. At this time, I must respectfully decline, but I wish your project well. Here's how you won. You avoided that negative, bad energy splashing on you, not your circus, not your monkeys. Another thing that you did for your future, what was really good, you did not invite them to come back for a future project. You did not tell them you're going to find them somebody else and splash that on somebody else. You just said, I wish you well. And that's really what we do. We wish people well that are not the best fit for us, and that's that. Okay guys, so if these tips helped you, please click subscribe right here. This channel is dedicated to helping photographers do well, to thrive in their photography business, to start their photography business, to make money from their photography business. And my agenda is to use my career, like pictures like this, and my experiences for shooting for magazines and record covers and celebrities and starting out as a wedding photographer, use all of that to help you guys build. Click subscribe, hit the little bell. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I read all my comments and I answer them back. And if you want to share this with a photographer, I'd be forever grateful. I'll see you guys next week. I have a new video every single week. Now, if you guys want to learn how to photograph influencers and what you should look out for, this video is going to be a big asset for you. Check it out right now. Click this video. And remember, if you have any questions, leave those in the comments down below. Give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell. I'll see you guys next week for my next video. My name is Walid Azami. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, great.